If you're looking for exclusive content, please don't look any further than joining the Trap Talk Patreon family. Some of the best reptile keepers in this industry are part of the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you connect to a Discord. You can also tap into an Instagram group chat, connect with some of the most diverse keepers we have in the reptile hobby today. Shout out to my Patreon members and be ready for Trap Fest 2026. It's going to be one of the biggest events yet. Find all information again in the very first link in the description below. And again, thank you so much to all my fellow Patreon members out there. Cheers.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, coolest reptile network in the world. Episode 765. Welcome to the new breed on the block, Boys in the Hood segment. This might be a new frequent thing, maybe. I don't know. See how I feel about it. But what's good? I'm your boy, MJ. Happy Monday. All right. This is your first time listening in, watching. Welcome. Do me a favor. If you're enjoying these episodes, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Select all. You'll be notified about every episode released out of the network 7 days a week right here. Okay? Biggie, Top G in the motherfucking building. Yet again, what is good? All right, you there?
I'm already dancing. What's up?
What's up, player?
What's up?
What's good?
What's up, everybody?
How you been, bro? You missed out last Monday, but you had a legit reason for sure. Fucking, we're talking to Grandpa Big E, Top G in the motherfucking building.
I have something to say. I am now the sexiest grandfather in this motherfucking game.
Ah, man. I don't know who could argue that,
nice.
To be honest.
It's nice to be able to say some shit like that.
Well, dude, congratulations, man.
And all seriousness, super proud of my daughter and her husband. Yeah. Amazing. I was in the room, obviously, not in the front. I'm in the back. It was a beautiful thing to see that baby given to her by the doctor. Something I'll never forget. It's a crazy feeling to see your baby have a baby.
I mean, that's what you call coming full circle for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was amazing. So I watched the episode. It was very good. Very good. All I have to say about that topic is anything and I want to make it perfectly clear, we are going to hold people to standard on this podcast. And that's just the way it is. We're not going to allow anyone to come on here and say whatever they feel. And we're going to hold them to account.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, you were missed last week. What's your grandson's name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. How's Liz feel? I bet she's stoked.
Oh, bro. We've been to their house 4 times this week.
Damn.
Yeah. That's it's beautiful, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, dude.
It makes me look, man, it's been 17 years since I had a little baby like that in my life. And now I know where you're at with Enzo. You know, it kind of it kind of reminds me of all that stuff, you know. So yeah. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, all I hear from my in-laws and from my mom and dad, it's like it's so beautiful to be a part of everything, but it's even more beautiful when you can hand the baby back and be like, all right, I'm out of here. See you later.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, though, man.
Yeah, bro.
What's up? what's cracking with the vending schedule? I know you've been chilling for like the last couple weeks, right?
Right now, I'm chilling, feeding stuff, working the animals, taking great pictures like today, enjoying shit, feeding shit. Really excited about this season, next season. The process, you know the process, man. Right now I'm not vending till May 30th. So, bro, I get to just chill and enjoy. And guess what? It's the most important time of the breeding season. So
yeah,
this is when shit gets solidified. You know, clutches are coming, but most of the girls are in the beginning stages of nearing, you know, building and going into ovulation. So, and now I need to, you know, dot my I's and cross my T's or whatever. Yeah, however that's said. Yeah.
It's exciting, man. I'm excited to see what you're all about this year. You know, more importantly, dude, you know, you've been keeping up on the grind with the vending side of things, which is exciting to see. And you kick back on the amount of shows you've done compared to last year, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're just doing better shows. And listen, man, going into next season, I'm really excited. I have a chance at, you know, 2 or 3 world firsts. You know, going forward, that's super exciting. That's not a territory where I usually am. So, I mean, with luck, I get at least one of those.
Are you willing to share what it could be?
Oh yeah, the Sunset Exantic Pied, Sunset Dreamsicle. I mean, that's stuff that hasn't been made, but before you know it, Justin has it popping out of the egg. I mean, or Miguel. But I should get one of those.
Yeah.
And then I have shots at Mojave Exantic Monsoon, Special Exantic Monsoon. Bro, it's a bunch of stuff I'm really excited about, man. Really excited about.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, you were thought about a lot last week. I just got back from Mark Bailey's house and visiting, you know, Workshop Reptilium and Phenom. And dude, I learned a lot at Mark's place, as you could only imagine. You know, a fucking big dog like Mark Bailey, who's been doing this for as long as he has. But seeing his projects in person, man, really got me excited for a lot of the Exantic projects that are happening out there. And again, dude, just mad props to Mark Bailey, dude. Like, what a guy, man. You know, he had nothing but great things to say about you. Of course, that's our boy. He's really excited for Trap Fest, dude. Trap Fest is what's cool is like you're not vending till after Trap Fest, so you're literally on vacation mode when it comes to that department of things, which is great.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Exantic's where it's at. You know.
Yeah,
the
I will
first
say
TG,
for sure.
Well, listen, the best TG I produced this year is going to you. So
yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
I'm definitely gonna restate my feelings on how I feel about DG and Exantic though tonight. I'm gonna wait till the boys come on. Because Mark showed me a lot of DG Exantic stuff, as well as some hypo Exantic stuff. But I don't know, man. I think you guys were right about DG, you know, kind of being the way it is in Exantic.
I'll give you my opinion on from what I've seen, and we'll have an in-depth conversation. I think it's much needed. A lot of people aren't really having this conversation.
Yeah, we'll get right into it, man. So shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to all the VUnit members, Patreon members. You guys are awesome. Just to remind you guys, Trap Talk Reptile Network is 7 days a week. That's right. Every day of the week, there's a brand new episode released at the network, and you can listen to all these episodes on all major audio platforms. There's Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. So wherever you listen to any of these episodes, thank you so much for the support. Really means a lot. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, ZooMed, the leading brand in the reptile industry for under 50 years now, just shy of 50 years, killing it in the reptile industry. Get your next reptile product at zoomed.com. You can find all the latest ZooMed products in the description below. So thank you so much, ZooMed and the entire ZooMed team. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by PRAGUE MORPHs, my favorite couple out of Europe. Talking about being inspired by the top end of the ball python projects. This is a place you want to be and check out PRAGUE MORPHs on Instagram, also on YouTube. Go to their website, find the links in the description below. Thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE MORPHs. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Clutch, the #1 ball python organization app in the game. If you're coming into this game, make sure you stay cutting edge, look fresh, look like you know what you're doing by staying organized with Clutch. Shout out to Clutch and the entire Clutch team. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Brett and John Towers over at Jersey Guys Balls. definitely want to keep your eyes on something like these guys, what they're doing with their projects, top quality genetics in all their ball python projects, and they're putting in mad work. So thank you so much, John and Brett over at Jersey Guys Balls. Keep doing what you're doing. Work's definitely a force to be reckoned with. All right. So thank you so much, Jersey Guys Balls. And then last but not least, shout out to Morph Market and Morph Market shipping. Make sure you get that next reptile at morphmarket.com and make sure you ship directly through Morph Market shipping. Save yourself some coin. The best shipping rates in the game, and that's a fact. All right. Emilio, very excited for tonight because every time I've had all these homies on, you haven't been on. And we've done 2 episodes already where it was me, Shane, Jarrett, and then Greg, but I always felt like something was missing, and that was you, dude. So now you're here, and we're about to have some fucking fun. You ready to bring the boys on or what?
Go.
And you know what? I think this might need to become like a regular thing, like maybe once a month. I don't know. Boys in the Hood segment, new breed on the block. You guys are in for a treat. Episode 765 coming at you guys right now. So do what you got to do to get your mind right, and do what you got to do to stay hydrated. This is going to be a good one. Let's go.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we are live, episode 765, Boys in the Hood segment. Look at this screen right here. Holy shit. Let's go. All right.
Bro got
Let's
the
all-
hair down.
Let's all look at Jared's hair.
What,
Okay.
what the hell?
Long hair don't care.
Let it down tonight.
Yo.
Damn, I remember my first time becoming friends with Shane and growing out my hair and fucking trying to be like him. Jesus Christ, dude.
Hey, let me say something to Jared real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, bro, I know what your grandma be saying to you, dog.
Hell,
Oye, niño, ¿cuándo te vas a cortar ese pelo?
yeah, she don't like it.
Damn. Hey, okay, but respect. Shout to your grandma. But respectfully, how long has it been since you've been growing out your hair like that, Double J?
3 years.
It's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Hey,
It's a long time.
Let me
you and
translate.
me both.
Cut out.
3 years right here.
Let me translate. Grandma say, when are you gonna cut that fucking hair, boy?
Yeah, she's not a fan.
Dude, well, I'm a fan of Jarrett topping the top button of his fucking polos, and I'm a fan of his hair. So I don't give a fuck what anyone says. All right.
What about
Yeah,
the braids
Carly.
though?
Yeah, what's up with the braids? Though? I thought you were gonna get your hair braided for this episode.
No, it takes
Okay.
too long.
Who braids your hair? How about that?
My barber?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Damn, dog. Carly better not see this. I don't know.
What?
Carly's gonna start with her freaking pictures, bro.
Oh,
Yo,
she's
Shane.
Oh
she's
no.
looking at all this.
Shane,
Alright.
you got like a desk lamp or something you could turn on, bro?
Okay, look, give it like 5 seconds and it starts freaking out. It's gonna go like disco light in a second.
Live
I
from
feel
the
like-
Marriott.
Hey, you know.
There it
hey,
is.
Oh my
Shane,
God! Welcome to
Shane,
the Motel 6.
You're right at home, dog. You're right at home with that shit.
Live
You want
from Marriott, New England.
It's probably a fire hazard keeping that light on. I would just keep it off.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get a fucking seizure.
I was gonna say, or it'll give us a seizure. One of the two.
Shane,
You
Go
just
ahead.
see the curtains light up on fire behind him.
Is this gonna be a shit show, or are we gonna have content?
All of the above.
little
Mm,
50-50. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, no.
Oh man, listen, good to have you guys back. First time we're all of us on the show with Big E. Normally Big E's on a fucking vending excursion or something like that, but you know, can't get better than what's on the screen right now. So I appreciate all you guys being here. We have a lot to get into tonight. You know, Emilio said a little bit, but I want to get everyone's take on the Scrambler episodes I've had for the last couple of weeks. Okay. And we're gonna go with you, Double J. So when it comes to projects having legs, with everything that you're hearing for consideration, what's your feeling about Scrambler, Double J? Let's get right into it.
I'm kind of with Emilio. Like, I think the animals are beautiful, but I'm just not interested in it at all until there's a test, until there's more evidence. Like, I don't know. I don't see the risk as necessary, at least for my collection, to introduce it. I don't think it does enough for me to even like ponder what, you know, the benefits it may provide. I don't know. I'm just not into it at all.
Yeah. What about you, Shane?
I'm fucking mad.
Tell us more.
No,
I'm fucking mad.
I think it's too subtle of a gene for me to really invest more into it to add to my projects, and I don't know how well it'll really work with what I got anyway. It's cool for people to work and have like a better line or something. We'll call it that for now because it's not established as a gene yet.
Right.
You have a better looking line of something, but outside of that, you have no interest in working it.
And to be fair though, Shane, your projects aren't really directed towards the brighter stuff, right? Like you like to
That's what I'm saying.
concentrate on the dark stuff.
Yeah, it's not too much that really fits my projects with Scrambler. So.
And Greg, I feel like you got a good eye, man. I think you like a lot of the stuff that you're invested in, but you know, when it comes to Scrambler, is there anything that stands out or anything that isn't standing out when it comes to that?
You mean like OD, Calico, you know? So here's my thing, man. When I first started seeing Scrambler stuff, it didn't really stand that far out to me. And then I started seeing the Diablo stuff, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, right? I'm somebody who I like the contrast. I like the real brights with the real darks. But when I started just seeing more specifically just Scrambler coming out, it didn't really do enough for me to look like it was something else, you know? And then with all the controversy going on and it can't be tested for, and we're not really seeing it do something different than other than it being, you know, a really good line bred OD or, you know, OD Calico or something like that. To me, it's not worth the risk to throw into your collection and spend the money that they're charging for it. You know, I'll admit that there is some stuff that you look at and you're like, okay, like that's a pretty animal, like Emilio has said. You know, I'm not dissing on what the animal actually looks like. It's what they're charging for something that really, it just looks like, to me specifically, it's something that is just a better line of something. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, you know, we've had arguments of, okay, well, Tornado can't be tested, Cosmos can't be tested. But when you look at these things, you're seeing them specifically do something different than any other gene we've seen, especially Tornado, right? So to me, it's worth if you're someone that can afford to be in that investment type of a project, it's worth it because you know it's literally doing something different to your collection. When I'm not sold that Scrambler is doing anything better than just a real well line bred OD. You know, that's my take on it.
Yeah. Biggie, go ahead.
If I would have gone on the episode, I had a nice layered plan of what I was going to say, but this is the main thing. Okay. As you breed, look, my original Orange Dream animal was ugly. Ozzy has said in the past that in the beginning, nobody wanted to work with Orange Dream because it was slightly, you know, a whatever animal. He saw something and he worked it real hard, you know, generational lineage, bam, 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 to the right stuff. Listen, when you breed an animal to a Barnhart Black Pastel, which adds orange, you add pattern manipulation and slight levels of orange that Heptides have. Het Labs also have some orange in them as well. Okay, Lab is bouncing all around that shit. Java, add some orange. Orange Dream, obviously. Calico adds orange. Bro, how many different things are in this cocktail that you see with all these animals that are every level is adding orange to these animals that are lineage driven. So you do that for, I don't know, 6 generations.
Gonna have an impact.
Times, let's say 20. What's gonna happen? Okay, you start hitting normal animals that you might think are something else. That you might say, oh, that's an isolated scrambler. Bro, I have
up to you, Emilio. What's the deal with Java?
Wait.
Let him finish, Double J. Put your hair back. God damn it.
I have head clowns and double heads and all types of stuff from my lineage of exantic clowns that if I show it to someone, they'd say that's something else. That's some type of gene on its own. Bro, I would never come out and say that I have something new with my exantic clowns. I have a lineage that I've bred here. That's what it is. Now, getting back to the whole scrambler thing. When you consistently breed all these animals again and again into the best stuff that continues to add oranges after orange after orange and also slight pattern manipulation, this is what you get. But look, I'm not going to argue this with people that have no idea what they're talking about. They've been breeding 2 or 3 seasons, okay? People that can't even ID a simple allelic combo are coming out defending something that they really don't understand. So that's where shit got crazy. And I want to say, I have 20 years in the game. I've produced about 2,000 to 2,500 ball pythons in my day. Okay. Imagine the experience that a guy like Ozzy has. I am no one to question Ozzy. Okay. The fact that people are questioning Ozzy blows my fucking mind. The animals came from that original animal.
No argument.
All traced back to that animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
That was like a solidifying.
Why did these people in the chat that day argue with Ozzy?
Yeah. Yeah, or why? How come people in the chat that day are going on their story saying that everything that we're saying is political driven? We have an agenda. Okay, we are negative to the point where we want to divide people. When all we ever do is speak on facts. I'm so confused. When is the truth something that wants to fucking be political? I
have nothing to gain.
Yeah, what were you
telling? I have nothing to gain from telling my people to be cautious of something.
Dude.
Okay. Second, getting back to Ozzy. Ozzy, okay, me and Ozzy never talked. We've never spoke. We've never even talked on the phone. I have nothing. I mean, he's cool. He's a pioneer, but we're not friends. We're nothing, right? I have to say, he's built one of the most amazing collections in the fucking world, okay? I am no one, or I don't think anyone in this game is anyone to challenge his opinion, okay? He said it nice and humbly. All right. Yeah. Not to hurt anyone's feelings, but to me, it was loud and clear.
Yeah.
Well, like, so for me, I obviously, I'm newer to the game, right? I've been with animals since I've been 5-6 years old, but actually into the ball python breeding segment, it's been 3 years. So for me, I obviously have my opinion, but how much water does that hold? When I saw Ozzy go on that episode, that right there was like the solidifying facts that I needed to be like, why is anybody even questioning this at this point? If the man himself is saying it right here, why is anybody even arguing it?
Why are people calling him lazy too? Imagine that. You know, imagine stuff not aligning to what you feel like you have, and then you hear what Ozzy says, and then you resort to him being lazy, and that's why he's not calling Scrambler a real gene.
Disrespectful as hell, and I hate to say it, I'm gonna be the villain. Everyone in that chat is super vested. Everyone that was in that chat, I was watching it.
Yep.
Super fucking vested. Okay.
Well, that's the thing though. who's getting mad and who's arguing, getting defensive and saying that, MJ and Emilio are, they have this political pull and this agenda and blah, blah, blah. It's the people who don't want the truth because they are so heavily invested in it.
Yeah.
They don't want to admit it to themselves because it's defeat at the end of the day. But that's the name of the game. We're all taking risks, right? Some things are just not going to chalk up to what you think that it is, and that's okay. But again, nobody should be buying animals if they're not they can't afford to lose it anyways, right? It's all a gamble. So when it ends up, when the writing is on the wall, write your losses and just keep moving on. And if you still want to work with it, it's a pretty animal, but don't sell it with this crazy high price tag like it's something else.
Sorry. I'm on a roll. I'm going to let you all speak right now, but let me get this all out.
Hey,
Yeah,
Biggie, talk as much as you want, please.
I'm not going to speak for Ozzy, but if I was Ozzy, I think what he's saying in his head is, goddamn, these guys are trying to sell shit for high-end dollars that I was producing 10 years ago. You all got duped. Okay? I was producing that stuff 10 years ago. Wild. Okay? He would never say that. He's more of a professional than me. Okay? But I'm going to say what it is. I bet you that's how he feels. I would bet you, bro, I bet you $1,000 that's how he feels.
Yep. And I think we all could agree on the screen, when you have money involved, it does something to your mentality a little bit. It does fuck with your feelings. I'll tell you that much. But it's kind of crazy from what I saw in that chat last week, which I haven't seen a lot of those people in a long time. It's funny how they pop up and they show their fucking faces. But, to kind of resort to us being political and, pushing a negative agenda, it's kind of a stretch. I feel like that's all, because all we do.
You guys have anything to gain from speaking like what you honestly feel about it? There's fucking zero financial gain you get from that. So
right,
makes no sense.
And guess what we do on Mondays? We talk ball pythons, dude. That's what we fucking do. That's what this Monday night is all about, is laying shit on the table that has to do with ball pythons. Period. That's why people come and watch this show more than any other show on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think it's a beautiful snake. Do what you guys want to do with it. But I'm only here to speak up for not only myself, but for Biggie and for all the other guys on this screen, that we got no agenda, dude. The fuck? Just because you say it how it is doesn't mean we have an agenda. What do we have to gain out of it, to be honest?
It all boils down to them being upset that it may negatively affect the market. That's why they're mad.
And I'm also going to say another thing. It's funny how majority of the people who are upset are out of Canada. How fucking funny is that? We have a couple fucking investors here in the United States that got their panties in a bunch, but everyone who feels some type of way is out of Canada. Okay.
And by the way, some of these guys, at least here in the US, they have really, really, really good projects. Bro, shut up about this shit and work your other good shit. Okay? Because some of these other guys that are talking about it, they ain't got shit. That's their last hope.
That's
Dude, their last hope.
Hey, good
and
call.
Guess what? It ain't happening, Pablo. Good luck.
And here's another thing too, man. I was getting pushed that I should bring Mark Mandic on the show. No shot at Mark, dude. Shout out to everything he's done. But that show he had with Proper Royals, which I encourage anyone to go watch, we got no answers still. You got the main guy on a show to talk about Scrambler, and there are still people very confused. Okay, so where do we go next? I'll tell you what I'm not going to invite on this show, Mark Mandic. I already saw what I needed to see. What else is there to talk about? Unless there's a fucking test for Scrambler, I'm never going to make this an episode ever again. It's fucking done, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's done.
All love to everyone in this game. All love to Austin. It was very concerning to hear, the Canada stuff is real and the US stuff is not. And it was also concerning to see Scrambler being defended with Pied. Pied is massive pattern manipulation, variation. Guys, you don't believe me? Go look at the tornado Pied at Justin's. You can barely see the tornado.
Or wait for the next vlog to come out on Morph Market where Mark Bailey shows a bunch of pies with dark borders. Okay, like,
bro, we are trying to defend a gene you can't see with pie.
dude.
All love, bro. Just make it make sense, please.
Yeah. And again, dude, you know, here's the thing.
Villain came out to play.
You guys all saw the Nick Mutton episode, right?
Oh yeah, go watch that, guys.
Please,
One of the best ones I've ever seen. Honestly.
And by the way, I had no clue we were going to get into that. I'm not going to lie, but the way Nick broke a lot of this shit down, where it's a lot more than Scrambler, okay? There are multiple fucking genetics in the ball python game that have way too many names for it, and it's probably just the same fucking thing, okay? Bro. A lot more than we think, like a lot more than we think. And Scrambler's just unfortunately been the punching bag, but that's only because of Emilio's situation with his own homie, my situation with me talking to the guy in the United States who regrets not sending in shed tests as soon as he did, okay, and then getting all in his feelings, threatening me. Like, dude, I'm telling you right now, Scrambler is doing this to itself. It really is. I'm talking about the people working Scrambler.
That dude's got to be the most pissed at anyone because
sure.
I mean, he got it from every angle last week. That said, fuck, where was I going with this? What's up? You guys go ahead.
Oh no, well, okay. Well, I do want to say this though, right? Because I feel like
wait.
Go ahead.
The Nick Mutton episode. He sarcastically took a shot at every part of the industry. You guys got to watch that fucking episode. I loved it. Sorry, MJ.
And again, one of the things that I feel like that could really fuck you up in this game is when you financially fuck over, not intentionally or not, but when there are misrepresentation in something you sell and now you got to make it right. And when there's so many of those that you got to make right and you can't, what are you going to fucking do? I'll tell you one thing, dude. If I was charging money for something that turned out not to be its own gene, I wouldn't feel right unless I refunded them for something. Or make it right somehow. And the way that Scrambler has been pushed out in the United States at the extent that it has, how can anyone make that right? Unless they got, unless money's no object, Yeah.
Too much of it was let out.
Way too much. And all these $10,000, $11,000 sales, dude. I don't know, man. And what's crazy is the guy who made all this money, he's the most quiet. You don't hear nothing from this guy. He's not in the chats defending any of these people who are fucking putting themselves on the line right now. It's nothing but fucking silence. The only ones who are really speaking on it are the ones who did not financially make a gain off Scrambler. That's why I give props to Austin. I give props to people like Antoine because they're just seeing what they're seeing, and God bless them, dude. I hope the best for them, but they financially did not get any gain off of Scrambler. That's why they're willing to speak on it. The ones who financially came up on Scrambler are fucking silent.
Let me say this, man, and guys, I'll let you in right now. I've been
go ahead.
I've been hogging the mic. There is no way to recover from paying 8, 10K for an animal, 7K, 5K, whatever. And then it not being anything on top of you keeping holdbacks, raising those, breeding those. Bro, like the frustration, the hurt, bro, there's no recovery from that. There's nothing anyone could do for you that could make you feel good about that.
Yeah, if you seriously work that project, you basically
you're gonna be fucking heartbroken.
Yeah,
So that's why we're so hard on shit.
Go ahead, Big J or Double J. What were you gonna say?
No, I understand the frustration. People, like you said, when that much money and effort and years are involved, that fucking sucks. That really sucks. But
especially when you believed in it. Like when you truly believed in it, dude, trust me. I don't know how many times. Well, I don't know me. We don't have to get into detail, but Shane, how did I feel when I got the impression that I had a more potent Miss Willie line than I thought I had? Right. And again, you weren't sweating it, but even me, dude, like that fucked with me a lot. And it did, right, Shane? Like
you're kicking the nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does kick you in the nuts. So when you think you have something, and it turns out it's not at the capacity that it was or is or whatever, yeah, dude, you're going to feel some type of way, especially when you've been sitting on it for 5 years or so. And especially mainly because I sold something to you And I found out after the fact. You know what I mean? And again, you're not stressing it, but to me, that fucking was a kick to the fucking balls, dude. No cup, straight, just raw to the nuts. Dude, that shit hurt a lot. I still got a rash. You know what I mean? So, but guess what, dude? I got plenty of other stuff, and I'm gonna just continue on. But Big E's right. When this is what you're banking on, literally,
the backbreaker.
It's a backbreaker, dude. It's a fucking suplex. It's fucking hardcore match. WWF, dude. Fucking.
Hopefully these guys have other projects and they keep, they keep the passion and they're happy. I mean, hopefully this ends up being what they say it is. Okay. It's just like you said last week, the odds are not good. Okay.
Can I point something out real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
These two guys don't want anybody to lose.
No.
Not like they're behind the scenes like, oh, I hope all these people fucking fail, lose all their money, their projects fail. Like, no, they're just saying what they think. That's literally it. There's no political incentive. There's no finance. Nobody's paying them to say this. They're just saying what they think. That's all it is. So all the people blowing it up saying they're haters.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, they're literally just trying to protect everybody and saying, hey, if you want to work it, but proceed with caution. There's literally people in the V Unit chat that have invested in Scrambler. And from day one, Emilio said, hey, looks cool, pretty animal, but be careful, And how did those animals age? How did it turn out? And with that, Emilio's trying to expose that and say, hey, listen, this isn't what we think that it is, and then people are getting upset by it when his own best friends and people that he's been partners with in the industry for how long, they were invested in it. He's not doing it to hurt people's feelings. He's not doing it because he wants people to fail. He's doing it because he wants to see everybody enjoy their projects and succeed, right? Yeah, but then people get butthurt about it because they think that they're trying to bring down Scrambler when in all reality, they're just trying to tell everybody, hey, just be cautious with this shit, tread lightly.
Yeah. He did the same thing for lace. When all that lace shit was happening, guys, do not buy lace that's untested. How many times did he tell us that?
Yeah.
Dozens of times. That's the same shit.
And guess what? He works lace. So what the fuck? Yeah. Why would he, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times we discussed something that we even work ourselves where it could get controversial, but at the end of the day, it's like, dude, we're here to talk on things. Like, no matter what the subject is, we're going to talk about it. But for saying that we have like a pack mentality and we're just being nothing but judgmental, I mean, what other way can we approach a topic like this? That's what I want to know. Like, do you guys have any advice? Like, do you guys, because obviously a lot of you guys watch and listen on a Monday night. Do you feel like our approach is a little aggressive?
No, I got a question.
Sure.
What new gene or project are you and Emilio pushing everybody to go run and buy?
Nothing.
Nothing. Chondros.
Chondros?
We share.
Scrambler, buy Chondros.
No. Yeah. We share what we're excited about.
But that's my point, though. It'd be one thing if you were trying to sell something else. And people are saying, hey, they're trying to distract us by saying this is garbage, buy this. But that's not the case. Neither of you are trying to push an agenda on a specific project. You're just trying to shed light on a situation that is very, very unknown.
Yeah. It all comes down
Shane?
to you can listen to what their opinion is, listen to what other guys' opinion that are pro Scrambler, and then take your money and do what you want with it. It's your money. No one's forcing you to buy it or not buy it.
Hey guys, let me bring this into this. Okay. First off, I want to give props to everyone that has come out and said something. Okay. MJ, myself, Brock Wagner. Okay. Publicly. Guys, that have come on podcasts and told us they don't fuck with it. Okay. I want to share something. Most people will not come out and say something because, look, our market is small. Yeah. Our community is small. So most people don't want to alienate potential customers. Okay. No one wants to do that. We did this because we are those guys, the regulators. Okay. I guess you could say. Simply put, I don't care who I piss off. I care who I keep happy and in the game. All right. Why do you think I haven't had a single massive complaint in 20 years? I take care of everyone in that. And I am honest. If there's a mistake, I take care of it. All right. It's that simple. So how do you guys expect me to handle or set the agenda in my fucking group with the fucking truth? Okay. How do you expect me to come on a podcast, okay, representing myself and Villarino Reptiles and the Trap Reptile Network, okay, with the fucking truth? Okay. I don't care. I don't sugarcoat shit. This is how it is. And my job is to ensure that everyone that's in my Patreon / subscription is here in the long run, and they're building the game and making it bigger for all of us. Look, bro, if y'all don't like me, I don't care. This is what I'm here for. All right.
And again, there's people in the group that have Scrambler. It's not like he's like, oh, if you have Scrambler, get out. Like, you're an idiot. Like, people are going to do what they want to do. I mean,
well, and again, just kind of just capitalize on everything we're talking about, which goes to the list of fucking just jokes that the way these people are acting. You know, we're talking about how Ozzy being called lazy. I don't know, Big E, do you feel like some people are questioning your character off this shit?
Yeah, man. And it's unacceptable. Okay.
It's crazy to me.
And I was, look, bro,
it's crazy to me.
I'm gonna be straight up honest. All of you on this screen, you guys know how I am. It took me a long time to build thicker skin. Okay. It takes a lot to come out on the podcast waves and put yourself out there and kind of take real positions. It puts you in a place where you could get dogged and attacked by people. Let's keep it real. People that can't even pay for their apartment. Okay. People that can't even keep a roof over their head.
Literally.
But it's funny. They can't even feed their animals. They can't take care of them. And these are the people that get microphones to attack people like me and MJ. Okay. People that the game shouldn't give any type of attention to. I don't know, man. It's something that you have to really get used to. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
The thing, Big E, not everyone from, you know, and I don't know what it is about this, but not everyone seeks the best advice nowadays. For whatever reason, not everyone is looking for ways to become more successful. Some people just want to listen to shit that make them feel better about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this isn't the place for those people.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, we don't make people feel better about themselves if they have a shitty life. That's the thing about this podcast, because we hold all ourselves to a certain standard, dude. Yeah. We do and not even only with snakes, with fitness, with fucking the way Jared eats hot dogs, like everything. We carry a fucking sense of standards, and we are all inspired by that, dude. All of us on the screen, Double J's hot dog eating is a little stretch, but I'm just saying, like, his hair is pretty inspiring. But I'm just saying, like, we all inspire each other. And now, you know what? With all jokes aside, Double J, his vision is inspiring because he stands tall. I mean, how many times have you heard me pressing some of the shit that you work, Double J, and it does not affect you working it whatsoever?
Well, days like today helped when you're like, G-Stripe Clown may be pretty cool. My bad.
I said Kiki, right? Is that G-Stripe Clown? Okay.
Yeah, that's G-Stripe.
Yo, that animal that Mark hit, what was it? It's a black pastel Kiki.
Yellow, yeah, black pastel, yellow belly, Kiki, I think some of that.
I have to say, crazy. He sent it to me 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and I was like, God damn. That animal and the one that Justin hit, holy shit, made me change my mind a bit about genetics really clowns.
With it.
Hey, by the way, Justin doesn't like when we call it Kiki, and most people don't like Kiki. So
I don't.
Genetic stripe clown.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. G-stripe.
Here's another thing that's gonna make fucking Greg and Jarrett's hair fucking all happy right now. Dude, I used to be crazy about how more important hypoexantic was compared to DG exantic. I think it's the other way around. I think hypo should come after DG exantic, just so you guys know. And that's only me coming off of a fresh strip of Mark Bailey's room collection and him telling me what he told me, which is going to be on the vlog this coming week. You guys are on the right path, okay? DG exantic or DG.
So what have we always said?
Go around the panel, and then I'll give you my opinion on that.
All right, let's go to Shane. DG exantic versus hypoexantic, Shane.
I still like True Ghost better. But
Stand on business.
Yeah, that's what I like. A lot of the DJ Exotic stuff is really, really fucking nice, though. I'll give it that. Real nice stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna work with what I like.
Yeah, we'll go around the horn. How about you, Greg? I mean, obviously, you know, you kind of painted this picture, I think, on the very first episode, how much you were feeling DG.
Yeah.
But when it comes to cleanliness, something that looks cleaner as shit, you were right, my man. But what's your take on the DG Exantic, DG Hypo?
So to me, I mean, I'm always DG first, right? I'm somebody who I love how much it cleans it up. I love the contrast that it creates. But I agree with you, the conversation that we've had in the past, that the end goal should always be to get the DG and hypo both in there. But if we're saying one or the other as a hatchling, to me, DG Exanthic versus DG Hypo, I'm going to go DG Exanthic. That's me personally. Long term, though, to see that animal age beautifully, especially as we start adding other ingredients into the mix, I want to see both DG and Hypo together. And that's pretty much anything that I'm involved with the DG. But if we're talking straight out the egg, I still think that a DG Exanthic is a beautiful animal. But even D-Stack sent us some updated pictures today of was the DG Monsoon, right? And Exanthic Monsoon, you know, and you know, seeing that animal right away, the first thing I thought in my mind is, all right, we need DG into that just to brighten it up and take those darker grays and make them a little bit brighter, and then eventually add hypo into that. So that my first initial thought was DG before adding hypo into that Exanthic Monsoon. So I'm gonna say DG first, but that's me personally what I think. Did I flip around again?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that only means you're wrong, but keep going.
It must be about 50 minutes. Wait, are we talking DG Exanthic versus DG Hypo, or Exanthic Hypo versus Exanthic?
No,
Hypo
I brought the Exanthic in just because we saw that earlier, and the first thing that I saw with that animal was, all right, now it needs hypo. Right now we need to, you know, be able to add longevity to that animal, right?
My dog, but you brought in DG Hypo to the conversation.
Yeah,
dude, I'm sideways mentally and physically right now. Hold on, dude. Let me get back here.
Let me get in here real quick. Look.
All right, I'm gonna listen, then I'm gonna exit.
All right.
To me, True Ghost blows away DG Exanthic. When you compare the two doubles, all right, I'm an Exanthic guy. I'm gonna produce my first DG Exanthic hypos this year. I'll be able to compare them more. Now, when you bring Clown into the conversation, I prefer the Desert Ghost Exanthic Clown over the True Ghost Clown.
Yes. Yeah.
That is solidified in me.
Yes.
Now, will True Ghost have some issues with lighter combos? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Will I sell more True Ghost at my table and in the future compared to a DG Exanthic? Abso-fucking-lutely. Will I make better combos with the DG Exanthic Clown over a True Ghost Clown? I believe so. Will I focus mainly on dark combos with True Ghost? Yes. Have I been blown away by other True Ghost combos that have lighter genes in them? Absolutely not. So I'm keeping it 100% real. Now, do I like yellow ass DG Exanthic Clown stuff? Fuck no.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are hiding them. Okay? You're fucking hiding them.
Well, yeah, okay. Let's get to
Jared. I
Jared.
don't want no yellow in my fucking Exanthics. That's a fail.
Yeah. And again, that's more likely going to happen with age if we're just talking DG Exanthic Clown stuff.
Oh, no. DG Exanthic Clown, I saw the adults. They look fucking phenomenal. Now, when you start adding other genes in there, be careful. Like that, you know, that Desert Ghost, hold on, that True Ghost, Desert Ghost Clown, Pied. That shit was trash.
Too much of a good thing.
That shit was brown, like yellow, brown. That extra level of brown that Pied brought in destroyed the animal. So the True Ghost Clown with DG in it looks great. But once you add that extra layer of brown, it's over.
So I got to tread carefully with that.
Yeah.
And I would, and we'll get to Double J right now, but every time I was using example with DG Exantic to Hypo Exantic, it was without clown in the mix. And so when you're, that's why I was always team Hypo Exantic over DG Exantic, because, you know, I wasn't considering clown. And let's be real, anytime we're considering these genes, clown should be in the mix. Like clown should be that step that we're talking about in a project like this. And when it comes to clown being in the mix, from what I saw at Mark's, DG Exantic clowns looked a lot better than True Ghost clowns.
All day.
We're talking contrast, we're talking pattern, like the cleanliness, like age. Okay, because I always, and I still think Hypo ages best, but it also takes away. You have to be careful. Hypo will take away some of the pop. And
MJ,
go ahead.
Can I ask? So obviously, his DG Exantic clowns obviously is what you're saying caught your eye the most, right? But for the argument, though, his plan is still to add Hypo into that, no?
Correct.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
They'll have both, yeah.
Yeah. And again, like it's be cool if you could just jump to that, but really you can't just jump to that in a sense, you know, unless you got fucking millions of dollars. But I'm just saying, like, everything should have like a step up to it, you know? And and if I were working a DG Exantic Clown Hypo project, it would be DG first.
Sure. By the way,
and then add Hypo later. Go ahead.
By the way, shout out to Nicole, Canadian Regis. Did I get it correct this time?
Yeah, Nicole. Yeah.
She hit an absolute banger. True Ghost DG that gave me a Woody.
Whoa.
Okay. Not, you know, I bought a Woody from the store, you know, the doll.
Oh,
God. So yeah, bro, that's what I want in the future. You know, I've seen some combos that you know, I'm treading lightly. I'm adding GHI, Mojave, Lesser, believe it or not. Not ideal for the market, but ideal to make fucking absolutely beautiful snakes.
Dude, but you guys go ahead, Greg.
But for Emilio, it makes sense at this point because he already has all his True Ghost stuff, right?
Yeah, he's locked in.
At this point, you know, why is he going to work backwards? You know, now he starts adding, you know, DG into those, you know, but for somebody who's starting from scratch, if you're looking for, to me, you know, what's going to, you know, grab attention as a hatchling first, you know, to me, it's the DG, you know, and I love True Ghost shit, but it's just, if we're talking about, you know, step 1, 2, 3.
Well, okay, guys, well, let me counter real quick on this topic because Mark was showing me all this DG Clown Exantic shit. Then we went up to his other room where a lot of his babies are at. And I shit you not, when I was filming, at the corner of my eye, I saw a fucking blue snake, a legit blue snake. Okay. And it was a True Ghost combo with no clown. Like, I'm talking a blue fucking snake. Like, I couldn't believe it. And if you really stare at it, you don't, you know, obviously it looks like a black and gray snake. Like it's a color that you would never imagine could be in a fucking snake. And that's what always got me hooked on TG stuff a while ago. Was just seeing that combo without clown in the mix. But clown is so important and vital to so many of these projects. And it's only a gene that will push everything further. So if we're going to talk about what looks better with clown in the mix, dude, man, I have to give the DG. I do. But again, you drop that dash of Hypo, it's only going to get better. What do you think, Double J?
I'm kind of in the same boat as far as clown. I like Exantic DG clown. I actually like the triple better than the quad, the Hypo DG Exantic clown. We were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
That I like the triple better than the quad, but it's cool to have the quad because you can make both. You can make True Ghost clowns. You can make Exantic DG clowns. I really like True Ghost stuff without clown. Maybe better than, like Emilio said, the Exantic DG. But I'm kind of thinking in a different direction because I'm thinking about Sunset too.
Oh God!
Of course. Surprise!
Hypo Sunset Exantic might be better than DG Sunset Exantic with and without clown involved. So I don't know. There's different ways of looking at it. Depends on what you're adding to it. I like Sunset a lot, so I might be leaning more towards the True Ghost.
Yeah, but true or false? Do most Sunset adults turn the color of your hair? Double J, they kind of do.
Some are nicer than others, sure. Quality, just like Exantic. There's yellow Exantics and there's big E Exantics. You know.
And I will say, dude, I did see some yellow tinting in some of Mark's DG Exantic adults that he had. And that's just me keeping it real. I still thought they were beautiful, but as they get older in age, that yellow starts to kick in. They look the best as babies, 110%. Okay. So
do you think that's a question of quality, like over time?
No, because
no, it's not quality. It's
No.
the ingredients.
It's the ingredients, because it had yellow belly in it. There was other stuff like spot nose, which isn't a bad thing, but when you add other stuff, it's going to do something to that coloration. It's going to fuck with it a little bit, which is still like, I mean, I feel like if you have those genetics at play, regardless of the look, bro, you're going to make insane shit with it. But at the end of the day, you're here to push something that's going to look as best as it can as an adult. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like hypo is so important, because it will age good. But then again, we want something to stay popping as long as possible.
And that's the reason why I'm fucking with hypo is, you know, I said this, you know, when I first joined into the V unit and we were talking about a lot of hypo stuff. And I was saying that I really didn't see the craze in hypo because I didn't really like a lot to what it does to a hatchling, because to me, it kind of takes away some of that contrast and it kind of washes things out and almost looks like the animal's in shed. But now when you take it in comparison from a hatchling to an adult, now I want hypo in all my adults because it's going to just create way more longevity for the animal. You know, it's going to
together perfectly, you know,
exactly, you know. So I again, I'm not to beat a dead horse, but I think hypo is needed for the long term of all this, you know. As a hatchling, though.
Okay,
great. Pondering. Hang on.
Let me.
Better than scraping sideways. I can hear you.
All right. Hey, let me jump in here real quick. A lot of the guys in the chat were at the KINOVA event. I don't know if you guys heard me. A lot of the guys in the chat were at the KINOVA event. Guys in the chat that saw the quad and the triple, DG Exantic Clown and the one with hypo. Can you guys break down what you liked better in the chat? And also, man, for me, bro, I'm here to produce snakes that are going to be hot even when the fad is over, okay? Even when the hype is gone, okay? So, brother, I'm going to be producing True Ghost shit, like, forever. And I'm going to be comparing it to DG stuff because I'm working that as well. And I'm going to be doing my best to produce Exantic combos that have legs for that are running marathons. They're not running little short races, okay? Not sprints, marathons.
Like TG puzzle stuff.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Shane. Let's go.
And again, whoever's working Exantic stuff right now, you should be very excited, just so you guys know, because that is go ahead, Greg.
We got one vote for the quad so far. Let's see.
Let's see what Jose says. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I got to see him in person. The quad's an amazing animal, but I got to see him in person, bro.
Yeah, but you really want to see the adults, right? Like that's what you want to see, a full fucking grown snake. And I feel like one of the problems a lot of projects have in the ball python game is it's always the babies being shown off. Like it's always the younger ones, and that's fine. But let's see them locking up. Let's see them as adults. You know,
quad as a sub-adult, I think it's got like a lot of size to it.
Yeah. That animal's probably 800 grams now. That quad. Joey, let me know if I'm correct. 800 to 1,000.
But what guys, what I would like to see is, and maybe this might help working DG first, is because, you know, the hypo Exantic Clown, there's a lot of spots on the side, which is fine, you know, but it's not as clean looking. But also you have that coloration where it's going to be more blue looking than a DG Exantic. So I'm wondering where we could get to a place where you have a quad that is the cleanest version of that project, where there's no spots on the side and a bunch of contrast. Because I don't know about you guys, but the cleaner the look, the better, right? Would you guys say? Like if we're talking about Exantic project stuff, do you want less busy stuff on the sides, or do you want more cleaner look on the sides?
For me, I want both, but I'm leaning now towards more busy patterns.
Okay.
I kind of like the busy stuff.
You like, okay. What about you, Greg?
I want it super clean, man.
Yeah, I like clean stuff.
I like clean, dude. After seeing, like, again, I was kind of on the whole TG side more than anything. Have you guys heard me before? But something about that shit that looks clean, dude. I don't know. It just, it gives me like a designer feel. You know what I mean?
It's like it pops better.
It pops better, yeah. But then you know, and again, you being someone who likes the dark stuff, Shane, like when that black is nothing but standing out in a snake like that, dude, it does something to your mentality a little bit. Like you fucking, you want to shoot for that. I feel like, I don't know.
See what Jose just said?
Let's see.
He was saying that quads are more impressive in person. The DJ Xanthic Clown was cooler in color, but he's being swayed by the Confusion Spot Nose DJ Xanthic Clown.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that's in it really determines what you're looking at. And that Confusion combo in it, fuck, dude, that's a killer fucking snake, dude. That is a killing fucking looking combo right there.
By the way, I have a statement.
Shoot.
You know, just like I shit on something else earlier in the episode,
Scrambler,
I just shit on a sector of the Xanthic community. Hey, message, I want you to see I'm being fair.
Well, that dog is judging you right now. He does not like your political fucking stance on what you just said. Not happy. What's that dog's name again, Double J? Ranger's a liberal. Just kidding.
Fair, fair and balanced, baby.
Do you think lace may have an impact on True Ghost Clown?
Say that again.
Do you think lace may have an impact on True Ghost Clown and make it a little more clean?
White lace.
Yeah.
I think lace is so subtle, dude. Like I think lace does have a good look to a lot of the combos, but once you take it to white lace, that's how you really know shit's hitting the fan, bro.
I think if you're working lace and your goal is in white lace, you're fucking up regardless.
Oh, say that one more time, Greg. If you're working lace, but
if you're working lace and the goal isn't white lace, you're fucking up regardless.
Yeah, you're wasting time. That's like saying I have gravel, but I don't want it to be super. That is retarded for sure.
No, and another villainous comment. If you're selling lace without a test, you're a piece of shit.
Or you better have mad money to refund. And I will say some of the person, or I don't know, somebody who's been notorious with selling some fake lace shit has refunded all those people. So props to that person. But also that person's loaded. So how many people out there are loaded?
What do you guys think about this whole debate that lace could kill Desert Ghost?
White lace can.
I don't think so.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm not. Okay. Here's the thing. This is like saying hypo could kill DG, where it's like, shut up. They both belong together. White lace and DG belong together.
I was just going to say, I would want them together.
White lace will only do DG a good service.
We got people out here saying that white lace will completely kill the DG market. Nobody will care about DG anymore.
No, that's not true.
It's still a beautiful snake.
It's a beautiful snake, but it's not here to wipe DG out. I'll tell you that much. You would be killing your own fucking success in this game if you're trying to draw a line in the sand and say pick DG or white lace. Do both.
It's also small-minded. Like, what if white lace like a certain white lace combo sucks, but DG with that combo is better? Like,
those people have a political agenda, Jarrett. Yeah. Right?
And they're judgmental.
Hey, it's like, to me, it's like the whole Ultra versus Monarch thing. It's so fucking dumb already, bro. I'm so fucking tired of that shit.
Yeah, sure, there's similarities, but they both are completely different.
Yeah, dude. You know, God. Like,
dude,
that's so 2024.
And again, dude, not going to say any names, but wasn't the whole Team Ultramel, Team Monarch thing a push from Canada? Wasn't this a Canadian thing at one point? Okay, why aren't those fuckers being called political and judgmental? Call your own fucking people what you're calling us, asshole. How about that shit? That was the worst fucking era ever. Team this, team that, fucking team lame. How about that, dude? That's what you guys are, fucking lame. And guess what? Here on this podcast, a lame is not a good thing. It never was, it never will be. Being called a lame is not a good thing. Okay,
Another
guys?
Villainous comment.
Fucking no, very truthful comment.
Another villainous comment.
I'm so glad
that's what you gotta do. I guess that's what you gotta do when the economy of your country is 10 times smaller than ours.
Jesus, dog. Oh my God. But again, okay, going back to what my point with white lace. So you guys got to remember, dude, two years ago, was it, when I was at Justin's place and he showed me an adult DG clown when 3 years ago or something like that, still popping. And it is today, but I'm just saying, I saw an adult DG clown, which was beautiful. And he was like, MJ, look at this white lace clown. So I saw a white lace clown compared to a DG clown, and the white lace clown looked a lot better at that age than DG clown. And that's just the truth.
But what about a white lace DG clown?
Yeah.
Dude, Justin's goal is to put white lace with the DG.
Picking sides is so stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, there's no point of saying you need to work this over that. Work whatever you want to work, but just have it make sense. And Justin's goal 3 years ago was like, well, that DG is going into that white lace automatically. Like that's
well, some people are saying, oh, it's less work because it's incomplete dominant. Like, hello, people.
Hey, Jared, what
copies?
People?
You need
Jared,
two copies.
Who are these people? Jared, who are these people? Are they your people? Who are they?
People in Facebook chats. I got
Stay out of the Facebook.
Facebook.
I don't even comment.
Oh God.
Ranger just left the building. Ranger went like, "Fuck this guy."
Jared,
he actually did
what do the rest of their conversations look like?
Terrible. I'm just saying. There are people out there pushing this stupid narrative that I'm tired of hearing, and it's like, oh, it's going to be easier. Like, no, you still need 2 copies, just like you do with
those are people who
90%
have
of
a
Facebook is
single
people got their
gene
first
lace.
name.
Oh, they have Spider.
Spider Monarch. Shout out Spider Monarch.
Oh man.
No, but I mean, it's true though. You gotta really look deep at some of these people that are speaking, okay? And look deep into us. What the fuck we're talking about? We're only coming off of experience. I got to tell you that right now. And you don't have to listen to anything that we're saying. First and foremost, these are all opinionated. These are our opinions, okay? Right. You don't have to fucking do what we say. This is just how we feel.
Educated opinions.
I just thought I'd bring it up because I saw it in the chats. I'm not engaging in debates on Facebook. I'm just saying there are people out there spreading this weird fucking narrative that lace is going to take over DG, and I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was stupid.
Hey,
yeah,
it was 2 people.
Stupid thing to bring up.
And what have they produced?
Yeah,
and what are they working? You know what I mean? Like the
They're
argument doesn't hold water. They don't have an opinion. You know,
they're not producing money. I know that.
Yeah.
Dude, and also too, man, like this past weekend was a reminder of like, yeah, I get how I could be sometimes. I'm pretty passionate, but I'm not that experienced, if minimal experience with producing Exantic stuff. So a lot of the shit that I'm speaking off of is just me being a fan of the project and looking at what I'm looking at. But that will never compare to someone who's actually working the project, like someone who's physically hatching this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what it comes down to, man. And that's, Emilio has been, how many years have you been working Exantic now, Emilio?
I bought my first one in 2009. My founding female, when no one gave a fuck about it.
Jarrett was in first grade.
Yeah, when no one gave a shit.
What year did you graduate, Jarrett?
2014.
Oh, god damn. You're older than I thought.
He looks younger,
Wait, he's turning what? Go ahead. What are you turning?
Turning 30.
Damn! Oh, when you turn 30?
September.
You look 20 though.
Yeah, you look.
Good thing, I don't know.
Reggie, you at least 15. Or you at least 30.
Damn, what are you gonna do for your dirty 30, dog?
I don't know. Probably nothing.
You're gonna get wasted? You're gonna drink?
No. I don't want to get sick. Even the thought of that gets me sick right now.
Hey, bro, at Trap Fest, you know what you're gonna do, right?
He's doing a keg stand for sure.
Oh Jesus!
How about
smoke a dab?
Yes, sir.
Dude, Shane's getting high. How do you guys feel about that? We're gonna be smoking bleezies with Shane. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I'm losing my job.
Me and Amelia are gonna be staring.
Hey, listen. I'm letting y'all know right now. We're gonna get high with Tim.
Oh my god! All right.
Tim who? Tim Park?
Reptile Boys.
Oh god damn.
We're gonna get high with him, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, okay,
hey,
let's hear.
Guys,
Go ahead.
I don't know if I told you, but I can't make it to Trap Fest anymore.
Shut the fuck up, Greg.
Really?
Don't piss me off.
No, I'm just kidding. I just don't want to get high.
Bro, all right. Can you bring me a cigar?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I'm gonna bring a suitcase full of cigars. I just don't want to cry in front of everybody. So I don't know if cannabis is the best option here.
I have an idea. We'll bust open one of your cigars and just put a little bit of weed in it, and then we'll roll it back up and just see how that goes, and just let it buff out.
As long as that leads to me leaving with a chondro, I'm in.
Oh my God! Well, you can do that before you're high. That's an easy one, pal. It's if anything, buy your second one when you're high. That'd be great. That's what I'm talking about.
You're definitely not leaving Trap Fest without,
dude,
at least wanting a chondro really bad. Like you're fried. You're cooked.
No,
I already know.
Dude,
I already figured I'm at least putting a deposit on one for sure before I leave. So
let me jump in here real quick, bro. I have to say, I'm in love with the fucking chondro shit, bro. The chondro.
I love it. Yeah, dude. Is it because you put your ID in the stories now? Is that what it is?
Bro, listen. I fucking love this, bro. Like
you're out there
holding that animal outside today around the trees, and how I've gotten it to kind of, with MJ's advice, obviously, because he is the man with that. I don't know about that stuff. I have to be guided by people with real experience. That's what we should be doing.
In the beginning.
That's what we should be doing, right? Bro, I love it. So I can't wait to get my second one. Look at that picture, bro. Like that
Hey,
shit.
you want to know something crazy, Big E? I've been getting updates of all of the Monocory BXF I produce. Yours is looking the most high yellow out of all of them so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, big time. Mine are changed a lot more, and I think yours are changing. But that yellow, bro, like yours is gonna be high yellow. It really is.
Yeah, crazy looking.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I said this in one of the chats the other day. My daughter legit, like when we used to go to bed, like she used to tell me, like, scroll and look at like the ball pythons or whatever. She literally is like, can we look at chondros? And that's when we saw your dad with the tarantula the other night, MJ. She literally is obsessed with them. She wants a red. I didn't even influence that. She wants a red neonate. And dude, she is legit obsessed. So I have to come home with one. So
are you thinking pure locality, designer? What's your
He's getting a designer, bro. Come on.
Designer, dude.
Greg, dude. You think Greg's a locality guy, bro? Look at the fucker, man. He's fucking designer all the way. Come on, dude. Have you seen his Gucci high tops, dude? Come on, dude. Like, this fucking guy does not play around. All right.
Listen, what my daughter wants, she gets. All right. It ain't me.
Now, Shane, on the other hand, he's a little bit of mix. He's fucking locality, but then is bougie, and then locality again, but then he gets a Chris Willie line, so he's bougie again.
Both.
Yeah, okay. He doesn't judge.
Shane, how many chondros do you have right now?
Very accepting.
Yeah, Shane, were you at 4 or 5 chondros? Including the one you have here?
Yeah, I got 5 at the house, and I got the one from you and the one from Carly
coming. So that's 7.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then
yet, so yeah.
Okay, how many emerald tree boas?
1.
Step your game up, son.
A female. No, he's in a good spot. Don't worry. I got more gravid shit. I got Shane. Okay, Shane's in a good place. But hold on. We got to give props, and we got to talk about this. Okay, Double J got his 2 new chondros in from fucking the homie Dan the Man. And this is what people need to expect, because what Double J went through is basically the textbook 101 that most people need to fucking figure out. So Double J, you got your snake in from Dan. One of them ate, one of them didn't eat. Let's talk about what you did. Let's talk about, and I want to know what it felt like to finally get both of them to eat. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it was funny because originally the yellow neonate, when I got it late last year, was the one that did not eat. And we decided before the shipping window closed, before it got too cold, to prevent the animal from crashing, we decided to get it back to Dan. Funny enough, as soon as Dan got it back, first day it ate. So something, he didn't say I was doing anything wrong. I had FaceTime with him. I showed him the whole process I was, going through to feed it. And we just chalked it up to the shipping stress, Animal took off again, ate every week, got updates from it every week. When I got the animals back about a month ago, I tried to feed both the first night I got them, and the yellow ate without hesitation, but the red just was super shy, hiding its head. crowded into the corner of the tub on the perch, just,
Took a fat shit.
yeah, took a fat shit as I was trying to feed it because of stress, kind of like a musk, I guess you would say.
Oh, I thought it was brown. I thought it took a fat brown shit. Didn't it take a
But like a stress response? Like it wanted to get away from me and shit, and kind of
But then it shit a few days after that again, didn't it? Right, or something like that.
They both shit again when I nido tested them. When I had to restrain them and swab them, they both did the same thing. They took like a stress shit. The yellow every week has been eating without hesitation. I'm gonna try the red again tomorrow to try to give it a second meal. But to get it to eat, I eventually, Carly suggested, why don't you try a live ASF hopper and just see what happens? It doesn't hurt. You could try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll reassess and move on to something else. So I found that the animal, I did have to tease it. I bumped the animal on the body and on the head some, and I found that it didn't like the little claws on the ASF hopper. It didn't like that sensation. So it kind of got defensive right away. And it didn't do that when I was offering the frozen thawed. So I guess like the little twitches and like the rodent trying to grab on to the closest thing because I had it restrained bothered the chondro, and it started to get defensive, struck at it, and eventually it realized, okay, this is food, and grabbed it and wrapped it. Just left it alone and ended up eating it just fine.
Okay, hold on. So you didn't just throw the live in there and close the bin? You got the live with the forceps and you're fucking with it?
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. And guess what? Guess what that ASF did? That ASF got aggressive. Well, not aggressive, but it fucking did something aggressive towards the snake that got it. Like
it didn't bite it, but it's like if you hold an ASF towards like anything, like the edge of a rack, and it tries to grab onto it because it's trying to get away. It was trying to just kind of grab onto the chondro or like the part of its perch, and the animal didn't like that. The snake didn't like that, so that's when it initiated like a defense, like a defensive posture and response. And that's when it just realized, oh, this is food, because it struck at it. I'm sure maybe it tasted or realized like what that was, and then it just ended up eating. So
you just got to get aggressive with it, dude. You know what I mean? I'm so happy. And again, let's talk about that feeling once it eats.
Oh, it's 6 months of stress off my shoulders because I sent the animal back to Dan, and the entire time he had it, I'm like, well, I eventually have to get these animals back. Like, what am I going to do if they don't eat again? Because I'm not going to send them back to him again, So once they finally ate, I was like, okay, I can breathe easy, I know they at least have taken a couple meals with me.
Well, I want to give props to Shane because Shane got a Texas chondro production, sibling to my male that is no longer with us, God bless. But Shane, remember that thing didn't eat for you and you ended up resorting to button quail, right?
It wasn't button quail, it was just quail, like regular quail chicks. I think we call it like cortinix quails, whatever. Yeah, just regular quail.
Yeah. Yeah, but you weren't stressing it though, man. That's what I love about you. Like you didn't, no offense, Double J, but I'm just saying he didn't like make it a thing. I just remember you sending me a picture. I'm like, dude, you feeding it quail? And you're like, yeah, I wouldn't take anything else. But guess what? It took the fucking quail.
Yeah, it just took off. I gave it like 3 or 4 quails and it just switched over to mice, no problem.
Shane helped talk me off the ledge for sure. So props to Shane.
Well, bro, that's one of many times you're going to be talked off the ledge with chondros. It happens a lot. Okay.
Hey, MJ.
Go ahead, Greg. What's up?
When you have issues with feeding at all, do you still do geckos or no?
No, I haven't had an issue. Yeah. And the thing is, like last year, I was prepared to have a bunch of problematic babies that are going to need geckos. I fed 2 geckos and really only because I was just like, I was bored. Like I was like, fuck. And not, again, I fed them to 2 that weren't eating.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized there was other options I could do before even going straight to gecko.
Okay.
But is that a viable last resort, would you say?
Fuck yeah, dude. Set and forget it. Because again, you could just throw it in there, walk away, and it's going to eat. You know what I mean? But again, that's for me, that's the last resort. I'd much rather assist feed than feed a gecko.
Well, it's kind of cool that you can know, like, there's so many options to go through. Like, more so than ball pythons. Like, nobody's throwing a fucking crested gecko into the ball python. There's so many whale rodents.
Fuck assist feeding something so small. I can't even imagine.
It was
There's a technique. Trust me. At first when you're not used to it, it is very stressful, more on you than it is the snake. But once you get a system going, it's pretty fucking easy. It still sucks because you're like, I don't want to grab the snake. Yeah. And I haven't gotten to the point where I can assist feed without taking them off the perch. I don't know how fucking people do that. Because anytime I'm assist feeding something like this, it's very spazzy, doesn't want to be tough. It doesn't want to be fucked with. And as soon as you wake it up, it falls off the perch and runs for the hill. But when you got something like that, there's just no time to waste. Just fucking get something down its throat. And all it takes is maybe one or two of those and it turns on like a fucking light switch. And I will say a drumstick, like a mouse thigh or leg, has way more nutrients in it than a fucking crested gecko does.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And you could just see on the size, you could just see them like, you could assist feed chondro mouse thighs versus feeding geckos, and they're going to take off way quicker on the mouse thighs than they are the geckos. But also,
are
too,
you assist feeding after trying a gecko or before?
No, I assist fed before the geckos.
Before.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, here's one thing I learned. And now that I have plenty of fucking geckos, I have so many, these things could easily handle 2 meals. Like you could give them 2 geckos in one serving and they'll be completely fine. I mean, you could give them 2 fucking pinkies in one serving. Like if you have one that's taken off, I had some that took 2. And I was like, God damn, like there was kind of a hack a little bit. I was like, these things could take back to back like that. And I wouldn't say every week, but if you got an extra one and you got a fucking savage eater, give him a double. You'll be all right.
I was gonna
JJ knows all about the double doubles.
Oh, he sure does. Oh my God, don't clip that. Whoever fucking is watching, do not clip me just doing that right now.
That's for sure getting clipped.
Carly's like this.
Oh God.
God damn it. AI of me right now is coming up. God damn it.
Question for you, MJ.
Yeah.
The day after I feed the yellow, hell, right after I feed it, the same night, it wants food again.
Yeah, they're machines. They're machines.
Yeah, I'm waiting a week. Like, is it okay to give it 2? I don't want to like pack it food.
Yours are on. This is like a beginning stage thing. Like this is like when they're babies. Yours are already a year old, right?
Yeah, a year old. Yeah.
So 2 things. I wouldn't worry about feeding it back to back at that stage. They're already big. But also, I wouldn't feed them every week either. I would change to bigger size meals every 10 to 14 days.
Okay. I'm probably going to finish the small, like the large hopper to small mice that I have, and then probably try to up the size.
Yeah. And again, dude, there's many methods of how you feed. Just like in ball pythons, you got motherfuckers who could get a male breeding in 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't want to say you could do that with chondros, but you can. I wouldn't do it. But I know now that I know how big of a meals these things can handle, like without throwing up or anything. Like I know there's motherfuckers pushing the envelope out there, and getting their chondros massive. Like the same way people get ball pythons massive. You can do this with chondros.
It's all about the amount of risk you're willing to take.
Exactly. And for me, dude, there's like, I don't look at these as ball pythons. They're not here to be mass produced. Because one thing I'll tell you for sure, and God bless Mimi, she's still alive, but if you breed a chondro more than 3 times, a female, she's not going to breed after 10 years. She'll be done. She'll be tapped out. A chondro could only breed at the quality that they breed for up to 10 years. And everything after that is a huge dice roll. It's a huge dice roll. I almost lost Mimi, dude. She gave me her 6th clutch, and she gave me 1 good egg and 9 egg bound.
Is that a lot for a chondro? 6 clutches? That's quite a bit, right?
It was a lot, yeah. And I gave her a year off. She's 13, 12 years old. So and that's just under my care. She was about 2 years older when I got her. So she's probably approaching 15 years old now. And once I did the math, I was like, oh my God, this is her last clutch. And sure enough, it was a rough experience. And I could have sworn I was going to lose her, dude. I really could have sworn I was going to lose her, but I got all the eggs out of her, gave her a soak. She crawled out of the bin, and now she's perched right here, still alive. Don't know for how long. But yeah, man, chondros are awesome, dude. They're just not ball python.
She's taken a meal yet or no?
I'm going to try either tonight. She's not really showing me that she's hungry yet. So, but yeah, typically around 2 weeks after they lay is when they start eating again. What's up, Biggie?
Nick Munn's explanation on breeding lifespan or breeding prolific. If I said that correctly, some of these species was fucking. It was really interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, ball pythons are a beast, bro. Like they're literally like the German tanks of all python species. You could breed a female year after year after year for 20 plus years.
Because they never become that apex predator, like he was saying. So
yeah,
I guess the field needs that constant production. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it makes sense with a lot of different animal species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I was gonna say, Jarrett, like with other species, keeping other species outside of ball pythons, a lot of them after you feed them, like they're still like in that go mode for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Especially like when I used to keep retics and stuff, like for 2 or 3 days they'd be hitting the glass, but they got a big lump. Like I'm not feeding them no more.
Yeah.
No,
Is that a hunger thing or just like a defensive thing?
They feel like they got to eat. That's it. It's crazy.
Just stuck in that mode. It's like
I see the red Neo kind of still looking, at the like every day. I can see it at night, kind of looking towards the floor now, more so that ambush position that I wasn't seeing before. But dude, I got to be careful with the yellow. When I open the tub, that fucker's like boom, like it is laser eyes on. Like
you're gonna be fine, dude. A bite's gonna do nothing to you, okay,
no,
dude?
It hasn't struck at me or anything. I'm not worried about it, but it wants to eat. Like, which I'd rather have it be like that.
Hey guys, Double J's not worried about it. What do you think about that? Yeah, you come off a little worried, buddy.
Ew.
Ew.
Hey. I
gotta go wash my mouth now.
I have to say, I haven't been bitten by my chondro since the day I opened the box. That day I got bitten 10 times.
It got
Holy
it.
shit. Yeah, well, you kind of forced it into biting you.
By the way, when I say ew, it's also Brock. Hey, my boy Brock at Morphinary Yards. You see that big guy? He don't want to get bit by anything. Okay?
Big teddy bear.
He's like, he gets all scared and shit, So
I don't think anybody wants to get bit.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
that's
like
a big deal. Like he didn't want to hold one of my new purchases once. I'm like, yo, come on, bro.
Like I have hatchling ball pythons that every time I open the tub, like they're coming at me, and they get me probably a couple times a week. I get bit by one of them, whatever. Now, if I know I have a big female that's 3,500 grams and up, and I know that they're a striker every time I open that tub. Yeah, I open it from the side. That's for sure. I'm going to proceed with caution, but I'm not going to not go near the animal.
Yeah, I think no matter what the case is, it's always good to go on approach where you don't want to get bit. There's nothing wrong with that. But guess what? Right. You will get bit at some point, and it's going to be fine.
MJ.
Yeah.
I know you have had a million species. Aside from the monitors and all that, bro, I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all right here, right now, I'm not a monitor guy. I'm a fucking snake guy.
Me too.
It's almost like, man, I'm like not anti, but it's like I don't even care about hearing about
lizards. Don't do much for you. You've said
no,
that.
nothing, zero.
Yeah. But I don't know. But hold on, you had some type of fucking twinkle in your eye when you were holding the black tree monitors here.
Yes,
you were like,
absolutely.
You were pretty memorized. You were like, oh my god. You wanted one then.
I like the tree monitors. I really, really, really like those guys. I do. But other than that, when it comes to snake species, MJ, which animal gave you the fucking worst bite, bro?
Oh, out of all snakes?
Yes.
A retic for sure. I've got bit.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take size out of the equation.
Yeah.
Like what you've had like medium to small size. What was the worst?
White lip for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because they had the most teeth out of any python species. So I bled for a long time, and it wasn't like a gash. It was just a lot of holes that were bleeding, and it stung. Like white lips and retic have this type of saliva where it fucking burns. Like there's a burning sensation.
Did it take you by surprise, or you kind of just like? Is it hard to like pull your arm because you don't want to hurt the animal too, like a white?
Yeah,
lip?
but you don't want to pull away. You on any kind of bite, especially when they clamp down. The last thing you want to do is fucking yank away because all those teeth are not only going to break off into your hand, but you could more likely fucking get some lacerations from it. And
Is
with
it
my,
hard not to do that though? Like, how do you not react and pull your arm back?
because I'm not a bitch.
Relax.
I was waiting for it.
No,
That's
but,
like
but
natural
only that, like, okay, I will say it does take experience, right? Not that I was experienced getting a bit by white lips, but when that white lip bit me, I wasn't too shocked. Like I was like, oh fuck, here we go. And I just kind of sat there. I saw the video where I'm sitting there, and then after a while, it's like, okay, I got to get this thing off me, which you get behind the head. And there's ways, like you could put them underwater, but I was able just to get the, you know, I think any kind of python will eventually know it can't eat you and it's gonna let go. And white lips are just spicy, bro. They're all there's no such, I mean, I can't say that. There's some people who have some pretty docile white lips out there, but when I had my group of 8, every one of those motherfuckers bit me at some point. You know what I mean? And that's when I was like, do I want to keep this shit forever? Like, I don't know if, like, you know, it became something where I'm like, oh great, time to get bit. And some people are like that. Some people like that kind of, you know, suspense in their collection. Not me. I'm good.
Hey,
cool experience. I'm ready to move on.
hey, how about the emeralds?
Oh my God.
You got bit by one of your big emeralds?
No, only babies, but dude, that's one thing you do not want to get bit by is an adult emerald. So, you know, Mark Bailey's girlfriend, Jill, she got bit by an adult emerald. She had 13 stitches.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, on her forearm right here.
Oh,
well, I'm very happy to hear you haven't been bit by them. At the end of the day, it shows that you know their behavior. Yeah,
big time. Oh yeah, but I'm also not fucking like kissing them in the nose. I'm not like, I treat them like a loaded gun. I'm like, holy shit. But dudes, I will tell you right now, man, especially basins, they don't bite. Basins don't bite. I'm not saying you can't ever get bit by one. You can get, if anything, they'll mistake you for food. But if you get a basin out, dude, like I could literally fucking pull all my basins off by the perch. Northerns, I'm gonna use a hook.
So there's a real behavioral difference between them.
Big time, bro. Like I almost want to say you get your money's worth with the basin, because basins don't bite. They are literally like, you know how you get the impression with chondros and like, oh, you're not, it's just for looks, don't touch. No, dude, not with basins. You could take these fuckers off the perch. I mean, they're pretty awkward off the perch. Like if you hold one, they don't know what to do with themselves. But man,
I wonder why that is. I've heard that a lot.
Well, they're big bodied. Totally. Have you ever held a blood python or a short tail python?
No, I love those though. They're dope.
Those aren't easy. Like if you hold them like a regular snake, they get all fucking weird. Like, cause they're so big. Like, and I feel like when you hold them just like this, there's something happening to their body where it hurts, or I don't know. I think it's due to their size. And you know, blood and short tails live on the ground. They don't live on the trees. But an emerald is a big snake that live in the trees. And so it's just something with their body structure where they don't feel comfortable being held like with 2 hands. You know, I much think it's better holding them like a baby, like close to you like this, but emeralds move. Once you get an emerald out, it just cruises. It doesn't stop cruising.
Yeah, but I was saying, I'm wondering why basins are more attractable than northerns. Like what?
Attractive or more docile? What do you mean?
Attractable, like they're not inclined to bite you. Basins,
dude, their demeanor is so chill, man. Like I don't know if it's something, because here's the thing, no basin in America is wild caught. You can't get a wild caught basin. Majority of breeding. So many years of captive breeding does a thing to this animal. First and foremost, majority of northerns are wild caught. They're from the bush. So,
or F1s, correct?
Or F1s, yeah, or F1s. But you know, Coach Rice he's probably the more prolific northern breeder we have in this hobby. I don't think anyone's produced as many northerns as Coach Rice at this point consistently, and he has some pretty docile ones. So I think it's a captivity thing, Double J.
Also, it could be the region where it's from. Like for me, a slight comparison: black tails and yellow tails. Yellow tails are much more fuck you in your face. Like don't fuck with me, respect me. My black tails, bro, they're fucking like chill. They don't, bro. They're like, yo, just put me back when you want. The fucking yellows, they're like, yo, I'm gonna stand up to you.
So I wonder if it's instinctual, like the northern.
I think it's also regional. What they're used to, what their defensiveness. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, their interactions with humans, right? Like northerns are from like Suriname, right? So maybe they interact with humans more, have more generationally like bad experiences with humans over basins, I would think.
Are you saying they're more judgmental, Double J?
No, they just have more negative experience with people like hacking at them or like, capturing them to send them, to fucking export them.
Who knows? Yeah.
Biggie, Biggie, do you have any wild caught Dramacon in your collection? It's all captive bred?
All captive, yeah.
Nice.
Where are Trebos native, the blacktails and yellowtails?
Blacktails, I believe, are upper Central America, lower Central Central America, and then yellows are South America. So
and the Yucatans and
what automatically, again, hypothetical. I'm still learning this stuff. The yellows are probably more defensive and aggressive because they're dealing with a lot more shit in the Amazon. They're dealing with a lot more competition. They're dealing with more predators.
I
don't know. Speculating. That's what would pop up in my head automatically.
That's why I feel like chondros are like that too, because they're used to just fucking worrying about some eating them. Emeralds, they're so big, they're not obviously the size where it takes, but where they're from, not much things are eating emerald tree boas, like especially an adult. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're pretty content. And they know that they're fucking an apex. They mean business. Chondros can get picked off by almost anything in the wild. So probably why they are the way they are. It could be regional, like for the most part. But I think after years, like here's the thing though, like a lot of Bill Stiegel's productions, a lot of other people who I visited, like Socrates, majority of his chondros are fucking docile. Like you could go in there. I mean, the only ones that are spicy are the Biak crosses, which those are because it's Biaks. But those crosses are going to be more closer to wild caught than any of the other potent designer shit that he has. So it checks out. You know what I mean?
This might not be the correct word, but I kind of believe in domestication to an extent.
Oh, big time.
With every generation, just like we talked about earlier with line breeding of the orange snakes, things get better and better and better and better behaviorally and phenotypically. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Well, yeah. You guys want to hear a funny story? Oh, go ahead, Double J. Were you going to say something?
No, I was saying, that's what I was saying earlier. They have less and less negative interactions with humans and or predators. So over each generation, like you're raising these things straight out of the egg. It just, like you're saying, it's almost like a domestication in a sense.
So, okay, guys, one of the many genes that is at play that screws up this whole scrambler thing is calico, right? You guys hear a lot about calico. Well, here's a cool story. Mark told me in 2008, he traded Ozzy some calico stuff for some of his original Orange Dream stuff. Okay, in 2008. You're going to tell me Ozzy was not putting that calico shit to his Orange Dream or his Orange Dream stuff?
Oh, yeah, he made a bunch of calico Orange Dream stuff.
2008, okay? This is 2008, okay? And then not only that, Ozzy ended up giving the original Orange Dream snake to Mark. So again, dude, like people are not understanding how deep this shit goes back to where lines that are continuously bred back into each other only become more funkier and more better looking.
Dude, people that bought 5 snakes last year in this game think they're fucking knowledgeable. They think they know shit. They don't know fucking shit. It's like Greg when he has to deal with new people. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get freaking like looking like Arnold in 2 years. I'm gonna master this shit, bro. Do the work, man. Figure it out. Get the expertise. My goodness.
And it's great. And again, God bless the rookies, man, or the ones coming up. But God damn it, people need to chill out and stop looking at an example that is triple het or double het. Hets have a huge influence, like especially in pied. Okay, whenever you mention the word het monsoon or something, it debunks everything you're thinking. I'm sorry, okay? Especially without a test. You cannot tell me you have something special when it's a fucking het.
Dude, that whole het monsoon shit started with a guy that can't fucking ID a simple allelic combo.
No offense.
Why? He was getting gassed up by a fucking bunch of idiots that no longer have a podcast.
Is this when people were saying that monsoon might be an incomplete dominant or something like that?
Yeah, het monsoon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that whole firestorm started with someone that can't ID a simple allelic combo.
And
My goodness. Shut
and
the fuck up, please.
And all this stuff that you're yapping about only shows how bad you are at IDing, dude. I would take a couple step backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Simple shit, please.
And what's crazy in 2026, you could tell who knows how to ID and who does not know how to ID. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I take back what I just said. I am not sorry. Learn how to fucking ID. All right?
Hey, much love to everyone out there, bro. I love, I wish the guy the best. I still shake his hand when I see him. I'm just not gonna fucking get off. I'm not gonna get off the soapbox, bro. For nobody.
Well, I'll shake a hand.
The guy has an amazing future in this game. He has amazing projects. Just learn, buddy. Learn, please. Learn.
Tranquilo. All right. Greg, say something about your projects. Fuck, dude.
You've been kind of quiet there, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you guys were on a whole rant about basins and this and that. I couldn't really contribute that much. I don't have the experience there. So I'm not going to speak on it.
His Chondro white belt yet.
I didn't get the white belt. But listen, I'm registering real soon. All right.
I got your application, dude. We'll talk about it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, bro, straight up, I want to reiterate. Okay. I didn't know if I wanted chondros.
Oh, I did. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But this man told me, bro, you're going to fall in love. I want you to know. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah. Dude, listen,
it fucking happened.
It's a breath of fresh air.
I've never been an arboreal guy. I'm not. Now I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how
badass
to open those tubs, like in contrast with the ball pythons. It's just a breath of fresh air. It's different,
Yeah.
Listen, like I have a lot that keeps me distracted. Like the ball pythons, obviously, they're not like big display animals. They're all in your racks and things like that.
Yeah, you have chameleons and stuff. Yeah.
I have the chameleons. I have the iguanas. I have, my daughter's now, she wants to breed the bearded dragon. So we got red dragons. We got tree frogs. We got a lot of visual shit, right? So like I could still walk down into the room and like I'm entertained regardless, right? But since a kid, I've always liked green tree pythons. I said this in one of the episodes I was on before, that I used to check out this book from the school library every fucking week. And it was a big green tree python on it. And it was just basically like, dude, I didn't know the information that it was telling me. I was in like first and second grade, but I was just obsessed with staring at the animal, But I knew it was more of an advanced species. So when I got into it, obviously I went straight to the ball pythons and stuff like that. But I 100% have always had an interest, and I just kind of, I started obviously putting so much into the ball pythons and the chameleons and things like that, that to me it was like, okay, well, I could start going down the rabbit hole with the chondros and start investing money into that, or I could take the money that I would invest in that and try and further on my ball python projects. But now I'm at that point where, I kind of have my project set up, at least for this next season, so I don't feel as guilty kind of being like, you know what? Let me kind of invest in something else that's gonna, just keep me driven, and want me to keep learning more.
Whoever's ditching ball pythons to get in anything else will regret it. Mark my words. Okay. Just because something becomes hard, you don't give up on it. And ball pythons is something that will only make the other species you keep more popular. Okay. Me and Amelia, I mean, how many times have you guys heard me, especially a few months ago, how I was on the fence about my ball pythons? And Emilio talked to me about this. So did Mark. I would be doing myself such a disservice if I were literally to give up on the ball pythons after how much the ball pythons have brought me fucking new customers, new viewers. It is the fucking gateway. And again, dude, like you talk about people who aren't in this game yet. Okay. You're more likely going to get people in this game showing them a ball python than anything else. All right. And also,
you decided to, keep the collection and start thinking like what you wanted to add to the pavement stuff. Made that decision. Yeah. I
mean, but at the end of the day, it's like, dude, anytime I open up a ball python tub, I'm like, I'm so happy I have it still. The thing is, it's like, it could get complacent sometimes. Like it could, I don't know, like Double J, when you came over that one time, it got my brain working again. Like it should have been working. Like I got stuff I should be concentrating on. And when you finally have success in other areas, you could lose focus. But I am so glad I got people like Emilio, Mark Bailey, even you, Double J, who fucking keep me grounded and make me appreciate the ball pythons. And I will always be in debt to the ball python game, dude. And not only that, dude, the motherfuckers who are successful in ball pythons, I'm sorry, but in 2026, if you're successfully breeding ball pythons, that's a flex. It is. It's a flex. Because guess what? So many people can't.
Yeah.
So if anything, that makes me want to work it even more. Go ahead,
bro.
baby.
Let me tell you, it's super exciting to have different species, bro. I am super, super, super happy. I feel enrichment from having more species. Today was a beautiful day, man. I first messed with the chondro this morning, then the Cribos, then some ball pythons, and then the MBKs, then the Hypo Brooks Kings, the Amels. Bro, it's a beautiful thing to have a bunch of different species, man. I would recommend that to everyone.
That's what I think I started to realize is like, just because I get into chondros doesn't mean that I can't continue growing with the ball pythons, And I'm kind of set up for my projects right now until I start hitting what I want to hit, and then being able to add to those projects, kit my holdbacks, throw them up and add. So during that time, now I could be adding the chondros and still growing in that aspect. You don't have to just do one or the other.
I think people are afraid to kind of branch out because they want to be known for one thing and they don't want to get like 10 different species or feel overwhelmed.
Sure, but what are they doing this in the first place for? Are you doing it for the money and you're just doing it to be super well known, or are you doing it for the passion of the animals,
Yeah, it makes you a more complete keeper, in my opinion,
And also vice versa on what I said earlier, like how much ball pythons will help grow the other species. It goes the other way around too. Like, dude, Greg, how good does it feel knowing that you've already shipped out ball python productions, you sell chameleons like a motherfucker, okay? You have had multiple species that you've bred and put in other people's collections. Emilio, you've done king snakes, right? And then Shane, you've done boas now at this point on top of ball pythons. So there's no better feeling than having multiple species under your belt that are going into other people's collections.
Dude,
the more the merrier. But the thing is, the more the harder, for sure.
Dude, let me say this. I didn't produce Cribos this year, but with the passion and the how I've been promoting Cribos, I could have sold 30 Cribos this year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but you know, things worth having don't come that easy, dude.
No,
so,
I'm just saying it's a beautiful thing, When
you know what? It's not gonna take you 7 years like it took me. With the
no, I got you, but bro, when you love what you're doing,
it's a beautiful thing.
Get it. Yeah.
And then
so
again,
Shane, I know that not to throw you under the bus here, but weren't you kind of like backing off on the ball pythons for a little bit as you were kind of dealing with every other species you have, from the big snakes to the boas to the the chondros, and you kind of got reeled back into the ball pythons, right? Like, what kind of reignited your passion for it?
This Monday night show, probably.
Yeah, honestly, it's the V unit, dude.
Yeah,
without the V unit, my ball python game would probably just be such on the back burner.
Yeah.
I
So
was backing out of them.
Was it seeing just new shit in the V unit, or?
No,
the community.
It took me longer with the ball pythons to figure out what exactly I wanted to do with them.
Okay, direction wise. Okay.
Yeah, like I had no real like actual goals. Like I had like a couple cool snakes I wanted to hit or whatever, but I had no future plans with them like solidified. That took a while for me to really get a grasp on what I wanted with the ball pythons. So then
that was me. That's why I started buying random shits of everything, right? I think the only one who like walked in with the most focus is Jarrett. He's he's really good with just, and kind of like MJ said, Jarrett walked into his house, started going through his shit, and kind of relit the passion for him. It's because Jarrett is like Emilio. He's really good at kind of looking at the situation and thinking 5+ years ahead, where I'm like, all right, what am I excited about doing now? Like, what can I pair together today? And when I have conversations with Jared or Emilio, they kind of totally like make me think the different way. And that's what made me start, you know, really focusing in on the hypo DG clown stuff and things like that. So, you know, it's good to have people like that to kind of ground you and make you be able to see future tense.
Yeah, you have to be really structured with ball pythons, more so than you may have to be with other stuff, you know?
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, ball pythons is a game of chess, dude. I mean, it looks easy from the outside looking in. You're like, oh, I could do that. Yeah, buddy, let's see you try it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, breeding the snake is easy. Like getting a clutch of ball pythons isn't hard, right? But getting a clutch that is worth it and that's going to carry your collection and you could keep building off of, that's the hard part, right?
Yeah, I mean, and keeping your projects relevant.
Yeah.
That's where things get tough. Like keeping your projects to where you love them, but then the consumer loves them too. That's the middle ground that you need to find. And it takes years sometimes to figure that out because you're just coming in, you're excited to breed. You want to breed everything when you first come in. And that's another thing too. Like you want to get your hands on so many things where it's probably smart to concentrate and narrow things down what you really, really want to be known for. And then add from there. And that's kind of where, you know, Double J does, you know, like he has his projects, he's fucking 10 toes down on no matter what anybody says. And you got to fucking play that out. Otherwise, you're not going to really find your place. You're really not.
I think it's interesting with the chondros. That structuring is important, but it's more so like bloodline from
it's more so just lineage, you know?
Yeah, like there's no more.
You could go either way if you're going locality or
yeah, I was going to ask MJ, like, what advice would you give somebody new coming into the chondro game to structure themselves, similar to how they would with ball pythons, but applied to chondros?
Yeah, I mean, just you got to find out what matters to you. Like, you know, like Shane says, there's locality stuff, there's designer stuff, and then there's locality outcross stuff. Mm-hmm. Even with pure locality stuff, you are concentrating on the line of locality. Just like anything else, if you're going pure Biak, pure Monokori, pure Aru, your goal should be the best looking localities you could possibly make. And that takes time. Like you got to line breed that stuff, no matter if it's designer or not. But you got to understand, what is it that makes you excited? Like, do you want a fucking freak of nature? Like, do you want something that legit looks like art? Something that would never be in the wild?
Yeah. Yeah. For me specifically, I want clean blue animals. I guess maybe some melanism would be okay, but I'm not a fan of, you know, the hyper melanism. And then I like the high yellow stuff. But so I have the animal coming from Carly, and then I plan on getting another high yellow lineage animal from you, right? Mm-hmm. And then I have the animals from Dan that are part of somewhat of a blue lineage. So I'm struggling like to see, where am I going to go next? Do I go to Steven Saltzman for the blue stuff? Do I go to Dave D? You know,
well, no, you're saying you don't want melanism, you don't want extreme stuff, so why would you go to them?
Well, because I've seen them have some cleaner blue animals, but maybe
it all varies, bro. Like none of that is a guaranteed thing. Like that is really just all roll of the dice. Like with Dave D, you're gonna get something blue that could be hella high black. Garrick from House of Blue, you could get something that is powder fucking blue, or you get something that is green with blue. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a clean cap. Like no matter what you're looking at, it's a blank canvas that could do almost whatever the fuck you want it to do. But the crazy thing is, even if you hatch that blue animal, you don't know what you have until 2-3 years down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. No red neonate. Like you guys know the animal, the Sickness, right? Mm-hmm. Sickness looked like a regular red neonate with some white fucking diamonds on it. That's all it was. You know, I always talk about like, oh, the yellow diamonds, the orange diamonds, which is still something I prefer, but something that just looks plain Jane as a red neo could turn into something insane.
And then the Sickness 2.0 was like last pick, right? Like Bill didn't.
Yes, 2.0 was 2.0. Sickness 2.0's name was originally last pick because Bill didn't want it. It was literally the last pick. And then he sold it to somebody who then gave it back to Bill because he saw how insane it was. Right. And he was like, dude, this thing's better with you than it is with me. And they had that deal, which I pray someone does that for me. That'd be fucking epic.
Yeah, but that's fucking respect, dude.
That's a smart move. That's a smart move because guess what? Every 2.0 clutch, half of that goes to that person now. And he still owns that animal. So he can get that snake back from Bill whenever he wants.
Right.
Here's the thing, though. This is what separates ball pythons from chondros.
Yeah.
You pair two ball pythons up because you know what you're going to get for the most part.
With
recessive,
yes.
recessive, whatever. Okay, you don't get that with chondros.
Right.
It's all a fucking dice roll, but that's what makes it so beautiful because you're going off prediction, you're going off feeling, and either you hit or you don't hit. But either way, it's not a down situation. Like getting a fucking chondro out of the egg. If you guys think hatching a ball python is sick, wait till you fucking have a chondro poking out of the egg. The feeling intensifies by 10. Even when Emilio hatches out Drimacon, I promise you, Emilio's gonna feel like a fucking 10-year-old hatching a snake out when he sees a yellowtail or a blacktail out of the egg. Oh, dude, how about Shane? Explain it how it was to get a boa litter.
Oh my god, dude!
Thank you.
The live birth for
tell
the
me that
first time was crazy,
dude.
Yeah.
Nothing. And again, nothing beats live birth. I don't give a fuck what we're talking about. Live birth. There's no better feeling than seeing a live birth. We lost Greg, but dude, I'm telling you, this is why we talk about everything that we're talking about, because you chase that fucking feeling of feeling young again, dude. And I was so happy, Shane, when you had that experience, because you can't explain that to somebody. They have to just know what it's like. They have to feel it for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My first live birth will hopefully be with emeralds one day. You know,
it will be. Double J.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Will you have long hair then? I don't know. We'll find out.
I think I'm gonna keep the long hair. You know,
Honestly, keep the long hair and keep the top button buttoned. All right. Don't listen to anybody.
We have another live birth here. Welcome, buddy. Welcome to the world.
Greg's not
already got a few live births under his belt.
Greg's like, what did you just say to me? Greg, can you hear us?
He didn't even hear me.
Oh God. All right. Let's go around the board real quick. All right. So what's one thing you're looking forward to the most in 2026, Shane? We're already halfway through the year. Is it a certain pairing that you have in the future? Is there something cooking in the incubator? Like what could be the highlight of 2026 for you, Shane?
Actually, my most exciting stuff, ball python stuff right now, is I'm growing them up. So I got some cool stuff I can work, but nothing real major. Next year will be really exciting for me, ball python wise. That's what I'm really shooting for. And then the boa stuff too is probably gonna hit next year.
You got Ultramel clown stuff going next year, right?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Greg, what's wrong with your volume, buddy? Greg, you okay?
Yeah, a lot of big stuff next year. This year is kind of just in preparation.
Greg's, this is his very first. Like this was like Double J's first time on Trap Talk right here. Just fucking, or maybe the second time.
Dude, that was me.
West 900.
Shane was like this on the first Trap Talk. I don't know, do my hands. All right, Double J, what's one of the most biggest anticipations for your 2026 season?
Dude, I think that animal you sent from MARC's solidified for me this year. I really want to hit an Xanthic G-stripe clown really bad. I really want one. I have 2 pairings going right now.
Okay.
I have several locks each. They're building, so I'm just praying for the best. The pairing is, so the male is a pastel VPI, double head G-stripe clown, and then one female is a pastel VPI, double head G-stripe clown. The other one's pastel yellow belly VPI double head. So hoping I kind of miss out on super pastel. I do want pastel involved, but I want a super. So I really want to hit a pastel yellow belly VPI G-stripe clown.
Damn. So an Xanthic Kiki, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So
that's sick.
And Emilio knows I started that project from scratch. The male I bought from Shelby Mershon.
Mershon, RIP.
Yeah. So it was a pastel yellow belly clown, het VPI. I bred it to a VPI G stripe with double visual, and then that made these animals. I raised them up, and these will be the first animals, hopefully, that produce for me that I hatched. So that's cool. And then I really also want to hit a visual Kraken, and I have a really cool pairing going right now.
Visual Kraken.
Yeah,
dude, I love Kraken stuff.
Yeah. So that pairing is Wookiee GHI Mojave Clown, and the female is a black pastel Wookiee Yellow Belly Clown. So potentially for Wookiee combos, I don't know. I mean,
we could potentially be trading, Double J. I'm not joking. I could probably want some of that.
Yeah, it's really I really love Wookiee. That's like one of my top. I think my favorite incomplete dominants right now are Hurricane and Wookie. Those are the two that just stand out the most for me.
Do you have a lot of Wookiee clown female stuff or no?
No, just that girl. That's it. So
I think we could talk about a collab.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one girl I have going. I hope to, produce a couple females I'll hold back. I obviously want to make a female Kraken. That'd be cool. But, just build on that. Maybe add Hurricane and Blackhead in the future. I think there's a lot of room. Like that animal, I can't remember who hatched it. But it's basically a Kraken with GHI. And, dude, it's like red and black. It's insane. It's like sitting in the water bowl. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That picture of it's like sitting in the water bowl.
I don't know.
So it has mites?
No, it was just. I find the picture when I find it again. Jose's in the chat. Send it to me. I'm gonna send it to MJ. That's like one of the craziest animals ever. He sent it to me the other day.
And I'm gonna see if it has mites. All right, Greg, your turn. Biggest anticipation for 2026. What are we talking here?
Man. I'm hoping I get some of these pairings going by late fall. Hopefully, we'll see. But I mean, my biggest anticipation would be Super Chocolate Black Pastel, Hypo DG Clown, or a
That's fucking filthy, bro.
Yeah.
Or the Dark Knight Hypo DGs. So. We'll see.
Damn, bro. Fucking his ball python project is about to be the size of his arms. That's insane. I can't wait for that. All right, Big E.
I just want to make sure. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah. Good. Don't touch anything.
We good?
Yes, we could hear you. Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear us?
We're getting bad storms over here right now. That's why I was going in and out before. So it's like everything's kind of glitchy in and out. But as long as you could hear me, I'm just going to stay in now.
Greg, like you tell your clients, no excuses, okay? Knock it off. I'm just kidding. All right, Big E, what you got? Biggest anticipation for 2026?
Well, for me, I have a few things. My first puzzles have a chance at being black pastel hypo puzzles.
Whoa.
I'm really happy. I have a shot at producing a bunch of fire Exantic Clown head DGs for that project. I have a shot at a full clutch of Exantic double head hypo clowns.
And Sunset Pied, right?
Sunset. I have a potential to hit a bunch of Exantic double heads for Sunset Pied. That one might be sold already if I hit it. Bro, there's a lot. Really excited about the stuff that's coming.
Well, I'm excited for everything for all you guys this year. It's going to be epic. I'm excited for Chondros. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm excited to see a bunch.
Oh no, hold on. I'm like 96.5% sure I have a Gravid Northern again. So that will be sick.
I saw that picture. She definitely looks freaking huge.
She's thick.
She's lumpy, dude. She's thick in the right areas. Everything we want in a lady. You know what I'm saying?
Was that an ovulation for sure, MJ?
I didn't see an ovulation. I didn't, because you don't miss.
Oh no, Patrick and the female. The female.
Oh yeah. I showed you that. Yeah. She ovulated before I left last week. Yeah.
What's the background on that female? Is it a pure Biak?
She's a Numford, so Numford Islands, which is another species of Biak, but different. Like they have more white spots. They're more blue hue. Like I feel like Numfords are nicer than Biaks personally, but they're considered the same thing. So
designer outcross.
I have a lot of people, including Patrick, who are like, "Holy shit, you put that to a Numford!" Like a lot of people are pretty excited to see what comes, but we need good eggs first, so we'll see. It's tough. Like this is the thing with the Chondros, right? Like I'm coming off of a female who went egg bound, so now my feelings are a little bit in the fucking, we're in the woods right now. But this happened to me last year, where I had my first egg bound situation with my female who died in my fucking hands. Was terrible. But after that, I had fucking 6 beautiful clutches after that. So, you kind of earn your keep with the Chondros, bro. There's really no there's no hand me outs with Chondros. That's why I love them. So
the female has a lot of size though and really good body condition. So,
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But, you guys are all awesome, man. We're going to do this again. I really like having you guys on the show. It's like, just having the homies on, and that's what it's all about. I enjoyed this episode. Guys, AAA Reptiles on Instagram. Go give him a follow. Above all scales, make sure you follow his content and make sure he puts my IDs and his emeralds and the Chondros I sold him. And then Double J, Love your hair. Scale Nation on Instagram as well. And of course, Big E, Top G, building new reptiles. Give it up. It's a wrap for the boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
have a good night, guys.
Let's do this every month.
All right.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Later, Big E.
Later.
All right, guys. Great episode. Appreciate everyone who tapped in. Honest conversations, man. Just grown-ass men talking snakes. I love this. I really do. If you enjoyed this, if this is your first time watching, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Select all. You'll be reminded of every episode released out of the network. 7 days a week. We do not miss. But thank you so much for all the love and support. Catch you here for All the Tree Tuesday tomorrow. And I'm out. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor brought to you by ZooMed.
ZooMed is proud to be supporting the Trap Talk Reptile Network. At ZooMed, reptiles are our passion. For over 48 years, we've been creating premium foods, supplies, and habitats for reptiles and other exotic animals. We're a company made up of hobbyists that test our products on the hundreds of animals that we care for here every single day. Whether you're an established breeder or a first-time hobbyist picking up your first ball python, ZooMed has you covered with everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy.
I'm excited to talk about this new product with ZooMed called the Slither Sense. It is a remote temperature and humidifying monitoring system, which we all know how important temperature and humidity is to your reptile. And for you to have remote access to your temperature and your humidity in your reptile room could really, really be a game changer for the longevity of you keeping reptiles. So guys, make sure you check out that product. Find the link in the description below. Click on it right now. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking a brand new ZooMed product. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is Clutch, the #1 organization app in the ball python game today. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by KINOVA Reptiles, the biggest world industry leading ball python company in the hobby, in the industry. So excited to announce this partnership with Clutch and KINOVA Reptiles. No name that needs an introduction. As you guys already know, if you're looking to invest with the best, KINOVA Reptiles is the way to go. And again, if you want to be organized, if you want to be ahead of the game, there's no better organization app in the ball python game than Clutch. Thank you so much to the entire Clutch team. Thank you so much, KINOVA and the entire KINOVA Reptile team. Please continue to keep doing what you're doing. Nothing but inspiration, nothing but excitement coming from KINOVA Reptiles and Clutch. And I'm excited to have more information to announce to you guys here in 2026. Thank you so much, Clutch and KINOVA Reptiles. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is Jersey Guys Balls, father-son duo who are just slaying it in the ball python game. If you're into Sunset, if you're into Monsoon, if you're into Puzzle, this is the page you should be following on Instagram right now. Jersey Guys Balls are invested in some of the highest and most exciting projects in the ball python game today, such as Tornado and many other genes like Cosmos. So again, make sure you go check them out on Instagram. You can also follow them on YouTube, and definitely go give them a follow on MORPHMARKET. You can find all the links in the description below. And again, thank you so much, Brett, and thank you, John, over at Jersey Guys Balls. If you're in front of the line, cutting edge, high-end ball python projects, you don't want to miss this. Shout out to Teresa and shout out to Devin over at PRAGUE MORPHs, the heaviest hitters out of Europe currently in the ball python game. If you're into the double, triple recessives such as Puzzle, Hypo, and other amazing recessive, incomplete, dominant projects, and make sure you head over to PRAGUE MORPHs right now on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. You can find all the links in the description below, and many more updates with RGI and PRAGUE MORPHs to come. So again, thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE MORPHs. Cannot wait for many more collaborations. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that's the one and only MORPHMARKET and MORPHMARKET Shipping. One of the biggest exciting things about the reptile hobby over the past couple years is MORPHMARKET Shipping taking everything to the next level. Anything as far as reptile purchasing or selling needs can all be done on MORPHMARKET's website. So I highly suggest you go check it out, especially if you're in the market of purchasing your first, second, or third, or fourth reptile. You can find a bunch of legitimate breeders on MORPHMARKET's platforms. They stand very tall on representing the best breeders we have in the hobby. So don't look anywhere else when it comes to looking for your new reptile. Not to mention, if you're looking for aquatics or your next plant, MORPHMARKET's a spot for you as well. Make sure you head over to morphmarket.com. And the best thing about MORPHMARKET's platform, you could ship directly from their website with MORPHMARKET Shipping. MORPHMARKET Shipping has saved this hobby millions of dollars as a whole. I myself saved thousands with MORPHMARKET Shipping last year due to their insanely cheap rates. So definitely go take advantage of these rates on top of the amazing customer service that comes along with MORPHMARKET Shipping. Shout out to Darian and Zach, and shout out to the entire MORPHMARKET team. So proud to be a part of this team. Thank you so much for MORPHMARKET Shipping and MORPHMARKET, and so excited to announce new MORPHMARKET features that are going to be hitting the reptile hobby real soon, like live sales on MORPHMARKET. Thank you so much, MORPHMARKET and MORPHMARKET Shipping. Thank you for all the fellow support. Thank you so much for anyone who watches the Trap Talk Reptile Network. Hit that like button. If you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, you'll be notified of every new episode dropping here out of the network 7 days a week. And also by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, it pushes this network out to other new keepers coming into the hobby. So by you doing that, it does more than you think. So thank you so much again for all the support. And if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. We're doing big things over here and we really appreciate it.